Hello again, everyone. This is Joe Henches with Beyond the Chart. Good morning, and this is a market update, or a stock chart update, actually, on Apple, Apache, Twitter, and Facebook. Okay, we're going to start off with Apple, and this is the data is through Monday the 25th, and today is the 26th of August. Why my calendar is not showing that, I'm not sure why. All right, we got out of the trade last week up here around close to 101. I think it was 101, 100.6, something like that. I do think we're at the end of this ending diagonal formation here, this little pattern. And the other thing I want to point out is when I look at the channel of the minute waves, which are the green little I waves. Okay, here's 1, 2. This was a big 3, okay, because it was composed of a lot of little breakdown waves to make that up. So here's where we're looking at, okay. We got this minor wave 1, minor wave 2. So this is all minor wave 3, a big push. And this is, of course, assuming the bullish case, okay? And until this breaks down and starts doing something otherwise, you got to assume this is in bull mode. And this is a big impulsive wave. So when I take the channel of the minute waves, little green, little I's, okay, what I've done is I'm also assuming that we are now at little I3, that this is the completion here of little I3. And Apple is currently just trading, what, down 30 cents or so, 101.24. So down a little bit here today. This morning, it's 10 to 9 Central Time. So the market's just opened 20 minutes ago, and I wanted to get this video out. So what I'm expecting right now is a fourth minute wave down, fourth little I green wave, okay? And where would I expect that to pull back to? I'm expecting it to pull back down into this area, probably down to this trend line, okay? Which is a trend line coming off of wave 2, okay? So somewhere down in here, probably in the 93 to 95 range is what I'm looking for. So we'll have to watch to see if that starts to accommodate our picture and whether or not that plays out. And so then, just so we all know, let me blow this up. Okay, so that could easily, come back down. You hit this channel right down in here, maybe even 92. So you could be anywhere 92, 95, depending on how fast this comes back down. And, and then of course that's 4, then I expect a 5, and 5 will come up and should take out this high, and then that should complete in minor wave 3, okay? Minor wave 3, that's what we're in right now, and that should complete it. So then we'll have a correction minor wave 4, which I'm expecting to be more of a sideways. See how this was a deep pullback? Minor wave 4 will be the opposite of that. So anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just focus on little I4 here, pulling back the green one. This is the target area, and as we start to get waves coming down, we'll have a much better idea of what we're looking at. All right, let's look at Apache. Okay, Apache's been a great uptrend here, and then ever since middle of June, it's been in this corrective pattern, and I've been trying to figure out what exactly is it doing. I've adjusted the wave count also. Here, I thought maybe that this was intermediate 2, and that we were off on somehow this is all part of 3. I'm just now thinking that this just doesn't look right. It looks better more as a flat, almost a running flat in here, and that this is the bottom of wave 2. And so that's the wave structure I'm working under, which means we're in intermediate wave 3, and we've had 1, 2, 3, and I believe we're working 4. Now the real question is this minor wave 4 completed in here? Okay, we've got great trend lines, the 233, the 55's up here, the 21's above the 55. It's all in trending mode, and again, just to remind everyone, we get this big picture head and shoulders bottom potential that projects all the way up into here. So what I'm trying to do is figure out, are we done or are we not? I thought about actually putting on, a trade idea this morning to get in at the break of this high, a 3-day high. Probably the perfect would have been back down in here, but I'm still not convinced that this is the final. And actually, you know, I probably ought to, what I ought to do is just to clarify that, I'm going to put a question mark there, because I'm not convinced that that is the final four, number 4 in here, although it very, very well be. And the fifth wave that we've got up here, the first target would be 107. And then the next one's 114, I think. So we're just going to watch. I decided I didn't want to chase this one. Twitter, I think coming off the bottom here after this corrective, I think this is all, yeah, this is all the trading in Twitter. Okay, so we had this big rise, came back down. Now I think we may be trying to do a bullish move. And based off of 1, 2, 3, 4, you draw a channel off the bottom of the 2 corrective waves, you project it from the top of 3, and we hit that right in here. So I'm assuming that this is 5 and completes an intermediate wave 1. If that's the case, then we're going to do something like either a zigzag or a flat correction in here to pull back. So that's what we're watching for. And Twitter this morning is, it's up 75 cents. So where does that put it? It may be trying to do some kind of a flat if that's what we're doing. So at 75, 46.81. 46.81, it's not very much higher. It's right in here. You know, I mean, the high yesterday was 46.36, so it's taken out the high slightly. It's right in here. So we'll have to watch Twitter and see if that's the scenario, see if this is indeed the top of intermediate wave 1. And then we'll just go from there. Don't have a specific play on that yet. I'd be looking for the pullback and watch the pullback for trying to get on board. Facebook, I think we've got a primary wave 1 here. And I've talked about this before in the last update, the last videos that we did. This, we've got 5 waves up, and now I think we're doing some kind of corrective action. I really debated as to whether or not this was the primary 2 pullback. It just seems way too shallow for me. It hasn't even pulled down into the wave 4 hardly at all, the previous wave 4. And it's not even, I can't remember, I think it might be 38%, might not even be 38% retracement of the entire wave 1. So right now we're watching, typically we get the deeper corrective move. The real question is, let me rescale that. It didn't help. Okay, so right now I'm calling this a B move, okay? You could almost argue that it's, you know, wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. This is not a very strong impulsive wave 3. I mean, if this is truly, if this was 2, let's say, let me get rid of my crosshairs. If this was 2, okay, let me do this. If this was 2, okay, then what you'd expect in a wave 3 is supposed to be the strongest. I'd be expecting stuff like this going on, okay? Not this stuff like this. So that's why when I look at the wave structure and how it's acting, I'm very skeptical that this is truly a new wave 3, a powerful wave 3. Let's look at wave 3. Let's step back just for grins. Let's look at wave 3 in this move. Okay, wave 3 was the most vertical of the 3. Here's 1. I mean, let's 1, 3, and then 5. Okay, so 3 and 5 were kind of parallel, but you can see what I'm talking about, and this big gap that occurred on the pricing, you know, and so. That's the kind of moves that you typically get when you get into an impulsive wave 3. Yeah, we get this little gap here, but we also get the little gap here on this B move. I noticed that earlier when it was doing a flat. It's like, so see how we went down, came up, went higher than the completion of wave 3, and then we sold off. And so I'm thinking that this is kind of an A, B, C, and we'll watch to see if that's the way it plays out. Where are we, Facebook, right now? We're up 12 cents, 13 cents, 75.15, so we're right in here. So that's my best analysis of Facebook at the moment. And so today is Tuesday the 26th. We'll see where they go and how they play out. If you felt this video was helpful, and please share it on social media. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. First name and email. You can download a PDF I've got for you and have access to trade ideas and updates of when I have new posts. This has been Joe for Beyond the Chart. See you on the next video.